In the name of the one who is the peace and gives peace. Dear viewers, welcome to our program 50 Ways to Happiness. This is Ways 44. Sometimes people want to control everything and want to deal with things that are under their control or things that are out of their control. And if things are under your control, it's good to take charge of it and deal with it. But there are so many things that are not in your control. And if you if you get involved with those kind of issue or activities that are out of your reach, out of your control, you get depressed. Your life becomes stressful because you cannot solve it. It's out of your hand. Most of the time, people think about solving things that are not in their control. As a result, it brings a lot of misery in their life, a lot of sadness, and sometimes depression. So what to do when you're facing situations that you feel it's out of your hand? You cannot control it and you cannot do anything. So if you find yourself in those kind of situations, all you have to do, rely on God. Rely on your Creator. Or like I use the Arabic term, rely on Allah. Reliance would give you a lot of inner peace, security, peace of mind. And you have to believe that once you rely on God, He is compassionate, He is powerful, and He can make your life easy. Sincere reliance. And from Islamic perspective, it's not an option. It's required of you. If you're a believer, it's a requirement for you to rely on your Creator. Not only while you're facing hardship, but in all matters. You have to put your heart and your trust in Allah. And if you do that, He is sufficient. He is enough for you. Because there are so many verses about this, reliance in Allah. For example, one of the verse, chapter 65, verse 3, وَمَن يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Whoever relies upon Allah, He is sufficient for him. He is enough for you. So if you do that, anyone who relies on Allah, Allah is enough for him. And the reason Allah is enough for you, because He is in charge of everything that's happening. He is the owner of everything that you see or you cannot see. There's nothing impossible for Him. So the moment you believe in that and you put your trust in Allah, then your life would be easy. As I say, that's not option, it's a required. Allah required you to rely on Him. And why I can say this certainty that it's not an option, it's a requirement, because one of the verses in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 23, and upon Allah rely. It's a command. And upon Allah rely, if you should be a believer. If you're a believer, it's not an option. You have to rely on Allah. So there are different levels of reliance. Number one, level number one, all things happen with his permission and with his instruction. So nothing happens without his permission. So this is level number one of reliance. You have to believe in that. Number two, you have to take responsibility. You have to use means that are available. All these means are also creation. It's creation of Allah. Allah created all these means for you to take and use it to solve your problem. Level number three, rely on Him alone. Do not associate any partner with Him. Saint, righteous people, prophets, do not rely on anyone or anything beside Allah, beside God. So if you put your trust on Him, put your trust on Him 100%. Of course, you have to take means, as I mentioned. That's number three, level number three. Level number four, you have to put your heart, when you trust Allah, put your wholeheartedly trust Him. Wholeheartedly trust Him. 100% that He is going to solve your problem. If you have that sincerity and belief, then you're following the proper way of reliance in Allah. And number five, you have to do this voluntarily, eagerly, passionately, willingly, without feeling forced to do so. So if you do that, these 5 levels of reliance, it would bring a lot of benefit. Number one benefit you would experience it. You would feel the benefits of reliance. You will feel that your heart become light. Sometimes when we have a lot of hardship, we feel our heart is heavy, and we feel pain in our chest. So if you do that with all those 5 levels I mentioned, you will feel your heart become light, because reliance brings light into your heart. Number 2, you accept whatever happens, so it would give you ability to accept reality without panicking, without losing balance. And number 3, it would help you to reconnect with your Creator, refresh your faith. Once you do that, once you reconnect with your Creator, you become powerful, because your Creator is powerful. So when you rely on Him, not only He would solve your problem, but it would give you energy. This reliance would give you energy as well. You feel that you don't feel you're weak. And number 4, the benefits of reliance on your Creator, He would love you. So now imagine the one who is in charge of everything that's happening, the one who created everything, the one your life and death is in His hand. So if He loves you, of course, He can solve your problem with a blink of an eye. So make sure you rely on your Creator, and reliance would increase His love towards you. Number 5, you would reach inner peace. As I continuously mentioned in the previous episodes, that there are 2 types of happiness: permanent happiness or short-term happiness, long-term happiness. This reliance on Allah is longer happiness. It would bring permanent happiness into your life, and you're not going to break down, and problem is not going to crack your back. So I hope you will learn something from this. If you do, please make sure you share this with your friends and followers. Thank you so much.